you attention, everybody. My name is ENSane. And there's a little video insane opinion. I've done these before. But my insane opinion, what am I going to be talking about today? What might I be bashing on with my insane little brain? Well, it's two gaming-related things. One about GameStop and the circle of life. And then also, we're going to be talking about G2A's AMA and that hunky-dory bullshit. Well, let's jump into it. First and foremost, first off, let's talk about the circle of life, which, once again, I'm going to say right now, I am no journalist. I watch videos, read some articles, stuff like that. And what the consensus about it is that it's bullshit. Where basically, the whole thing about, I don't like GameStop. I haven't gone into a GameStop for like 5 years. Because every time I went in there, I felt like I was dealing with, assholes who literally fart into wine glasses and snort it up like pure cut Colombian cocaine. Ugh. But, so, and then a few people I did like talking to, they always were like, I don't like this job. It sucks. Management is always like, ready to fire you at any point. And with this new thing, they basically ended up, circle of life, because the whole thing about it is they get new products, and when they sell those products, part of the money also goes back to the people who made/owned those products. Like IP and all that. Whenever they sell an Xbox, Microsoft gets money kind of thing. But the used ones, they get, from what I've seen, it's 100%. So, of course, they want to sell you the used shit. What do they do by that? Do they price it fairly? Do they incentivize employees with, like, perks or whatever? No, fuck you. If you don't, like, you have a certain amount of shit you have to sell. If 70%, right around that or more, isn't used games and used equipment and used shit, you're probably gonna get fired. Ugh. Sorry. But, so basically, yeah, like, okay, it's a whole upsell thing. Like, yeah, okay. So me selling, like, upscale, okay, someone comes in and gets a new console, and then I sell them a new controller, and I sell them several other new games, because I'm not good at upselling. No, basically, I just went and fucked myself, because now I've got to sell, because what was it, like, a certain amount has to be pre-owned. So now that I've sold a bunch of, brand new stuff, that pre-owned shit now fucks me over. That selling of the new stuff fucks me over. So, of course, they were complaining about that, and, like, the employees were like, yeah, no, this is bullshit, and all, and a lot of people were like, that don't seem right, but it seems like something GameStop would do, along with all of, like, the rewards cards, or suddenly just, like, oh, no, yeah, also signing people for rewards card and all, and then, like, some people's reward card were just being renewed when they didn't want it. So, fuck you, that I think you could get sued for, and I believe you should get sued for that. So, just shit like that, which in all honesty, I'm not surprised from GameStop. Like I said, it's, every time I went in there, I felt like they thought I was retarded, the managers especially. Most of the cashiers and all, they were decent people, but you could tell that they didn't like their job, whereas the managers were just, like I said, people who shit in their own hands, smell it, and says it smells like roses, and then expect you to buy it. Because I remember when I used to sell games to them, and I was too stupid not to understand that I was retarded. Because I remember I went in and sold a game for 11 cents. It was like 2 years old. I saw it next time I went in there, they were selling it for $11. And that was my game because I knew I had doodled on the box, so I knew it was that. They what was it, like 100 times the amount that they sold it to me for. So, go fuck yourself. I can get it cheaper on Amazon easily, especially with Amazon Prime. And, it's just, and thank God I got a PC and Steam with its sales and all, because fuck you, GameStop. Fuck you, GameStop. Anytime I have to go there. No, I don't give, I know several of my friends who have kids, and they just like, they love GameStop. I was like, no. Instead of giving them, GameStop gift cards, I just give them little Visa gift cards. Or I give them Amazon gift cards. Because you can buy all the same stuff there and probably get it cheaper at times. So basically, yeah, no, they came out, they tried to defend themselves, but it's this whole thing that, no, they don't give a fuck about. GameStop really couldn't give a fuck about its employees too much. And they definitely don't give a fuck about their customers until the point matters that, money. Speaking of money and bullshit like that, now let's go over to G2A and their MMA fuckery. And just G2A in general. I will admit, I used to buy stuff from G2A, just like how I used to go to GameStop. I used to buy stuff from G2A because I saw like, oh my god, the prices are cheap here. And now all I do is I use it as a way to figure out, well, how well is the game doing? Because I went there with like Resident Evil, like a week after Resident Evil came out. And I saw it went from like, you could get it for $60 on Steam, and I went over to G2A and you get it for like $47. So I remember like when fucking Mad Max came out, like a week later, that game had dropped down to like 20. Now you could buy it with the DLC, I think, for like 9. So that, but at the same time, like you go to Steam or something, it's still trying to think itself for like 30. And just shit like that. And while I will sometimes be tempted to buy like Call of Duty and all that shit for just pennies on the dollar, because fuck it, through Steam, that's just retarded to try and buy it there. Games that are like 7 years old, they still want, I think, what was it, Mass Effect 3? Mass Effect 1, they still want $10 on Steam. Like, that's funny. But, so basically, what ended up happening is, they did an AMA, because a lot of developers were coming out and saying, fuck G2A, fuck G2A, fuck G2A, fuck them, fuck them, fuck them, fuck them, fuck them. And then a lot of people are like, you're gonna listen to the developer and you're gonna like, they say this place is a pile of shit. And how, what was it? I remember like some of them, they were talking about like how G2A says they sold a bunch of codes and that like they made this much money from their game or whatever. They somehow found that out. And then it's just like, we didn't receive any money from that. So it's like, and it's all pre-owned. I think it's pre-owned keys or something like that, where they buy the key. Like, I think I've never done it. I don't know how exactly it works. All I knew is that I would go and buy a key, and then I would go to Steam, do that, and get it all good. And yay, that's how I did. So basically, what's been happening, and what a lot of developers, why they're very, very understandably upset about, is the fact that a person would steal a credit card, buy a bunch of fucking keys, sell them to G2A, get money, and then the company or the person would report credit card fraud. So the developer would suddenly get all that money taken away. This was all, nope, fraudulent charge. Excuse me, but the people already sold it to G2A and they already got the money. So basically free money. Except for the chance of if you get caught, you're fucked. Which, with how hard this shit is, I imagine it's not, that's free money. But basically, and so they're not getting money. And G2A's getting all this money, and it's basically, it's better off to just torrent the game. Because at least you're not paying these fuckers. You're buying from G2A, and the problem is G2A, they try to set up their MMA, like, oh, we don't do that. They try to blame the developers, saying problems with their security and all. And literally one guy posted, like, screenshots of how easy it was, and how he did it, and how he basically got stuff, sold it on, and then how he sold it on G2A. And what did G2A do? Did they take it with grace? Did they try to be savvy or smart about it? No, they just banned him. They banned him from the site. And you can bet how well that rolled over with everybody. Not well at all. So, and the whole thing is also about G2A is like, because I remember, like, a friend of mine, he still uses it. I tell him, like, well, you got some risk there. He's like, well, no, they added the one thing where if I pay them $3 for everything, I have their safety and their little thing saying that I won't get fucked. And I was like, how much you spent on that game? $2. How much you spent on the one thing? $3. Well, $3? What about a game that's 99 cents? We went and checked, still got to pay the $3. It's not like a cent, which is fucking retarded. Basically, yeah, you can buy 5 games from them each time. So you're throwing on another $15 to a thing that's like, okay, I want to buy a game that's super cheap. Take the Silent Age. I think on there it's like 99 cents. Still got to pay that $3 thing. You don't want to do that? And you get fucked. Like, let's say you get Resident Evil. And you don't do the $3 thing. And you get fucked. You get fucked. They're not going to help you out with that one. So it's once again the whole stupid thing of, company doesn't give a fuck about its customers. They couldn't give a rat's ass if you're not going to pay them for it. And what I really hope is, the problem is that I understand. A lot of people don't know how to torrent. And personally, I don't like torrenting. I wait for games usually because it's the whole fact of the matter is Daddy's a lawyer. And I know the horrors of the law and all that shit that could happen to me. So basically, what I end up doing is I usually just wait. Or now with Steam, me and my friends will pony money together, and we can all play the game. Like that's how I play Doom. My friend bought it. I gave him $20, and I can play Doom now. And I've been playing Doom and stuff like that. But it's the whole thing of there are a lot of people that like this seems like a reason. It seems a lot less scary than torrenting. It is a lot easier than torrenting. And you have Steam, which will update and all that stuff. And a lot of developers, they won't take the keys down. Because the problem is, let's say I make a game and it sells 2,000 that day. And 500 get recalled. Because it was fraud. Am I just going to, I don't know, apparently, Steam must be pretty hard to figure out all this shit. To figure out which keys are fraudulent or not. Because if not, then they would just get rid of them. And you're like, oh, you got fucked. But no, it's like seems like they'd have to either, I don't know how it's done, but it's seeming like they'd have to just get rid of them all, which I'm not going to do that. I sold 2,000 keys. 500 got taken back. That's still 1,500 keys that I sold legitimately, but that's a fourth of my profit gone to these fucks who made money from people buying that I'd never see. So I can understand the outrage and the disgust behind that. But now I hear, and the problem is, originally, before I really thought too much about it, it was apparently it's kind of easy to get the G2A sponsorship or whatever. And I was like, sponsorship? Yeah, sure, I'd take a sponsorship. Then the problem is, I realized just bullshit, the more I thought about it, the more I was like, I don't really want to have my name associated with that. But, so they did sponsorships, and now I hear that they're doing some kind of thing, they're trying to go a little bit easier with the devs and make it like they get a cut of the money, but at the same time, if that goes through, I'll be feeling better. I will feel a lot better if they actually get a cut of the game, if they actually get a cut of the money, because then the fraudulent charge, that's still something they got to fucking deal with, but at the same time, for all legitimate keys sold through G2A, which I don't know what the percentage is, but of the legitimate keys sold through G2A, they get money, then I'm fine with that. But they still need to fix all that other bullshit. But in the end, it's that whole thing of people need to, they don't give a fuck about your opinion. I could sit here all day, say they're worthless fucking shit. What they do care about is the fact that I don't buy from them. And if my opinion pushes other people to not buy from them, same like with GameStop, there you go. Money talks. It's just like with pre-orders. I don't pre-order shit anymore because I got burned horribly with Mass Effect 3, and I now wait every time for reviews. Also, fuck you, Bethesda, for your stupid bullshit about not giving out codes because you don't want people to be reviews. You want to sell their experience at the same time. Fuck you. Send us your stuff out. You talk with your wallet. So with GameStop, I've got a number of people to go to PC. Because, sure, the initial investment is a lot of money. Afterwards, cheap in comparison. I haven't paid $60 for a video game in about a year and a half. I haven't paid full price because I wait. Or I buy it with someone else. And then we just share the game. But in the end, that's my little insane opinion on this utter fucking bullshit in the game industry. And just bullshit, yeah, it's also the fact that kind of shit like this is allowed in the game industry. Game industry is just hilarious. How the fact that shit that happens in video games, like promising features that aren't there and stuff like that. How, what was the game? What was it? What? Mafia 3, let's say Mafia 3 happened. Or no, just fucking... Don't even remember. No Man's Sky. Just shit like that. Make a bunch of promises. Do that anywhere else with any other company, any other product. You are fucking sued back into oblivion. But the shit like this just happens. It just happens. The fact that, at the same time, I was like, I know people who work normal jobs who have to deal with shit like at the GameStop shit. But anyway, just like with banks and all this stuff. But I'm just rambling now. Okay, but that's my little insane opinion. It's utter bullshit, fucking worthless, stupid, goddamn crap. And it shouldn't be allowed. Should be criminal. Shibby criminal. Funny. But okay, this is my little insane opinion. Quick little video as I heard about it and thought about it. Might as well get my opinion out there before it becomes irrelevant at some point in time. But anyway, everybody, if you like watching me rag and just give my insane opinion on shit that matters, but at the same time, just funny, and rag on them, rip on them, tear on them, stab them, and all that stuff, then shake that like button. And subscribe for more! Insanity!